Jackie Zoch was born in Madison June 8, 1949, into the pre-Title IX sports world. Unlike many women growing up elsewhere in the 1950s and 1960s who were not able to participate in athletics, she was blessed to have athletic parents and to live in a more progressive sports community. Her parents, Larry and Orion, lived on farms in the Fond du Lac, Wisconsin area, where they led active outdoor lives. Jackie and her brothers, Eric, Paul, and Roger, learned to appreciate this lifestyle on the frequent camping vacations that involved fishing. Their mother also made sure that her children could ice skate and swim, taking them weekly to B.B. Clark Beach or Tenney Park. Jackie remembers swimming with her mother to the diving platforms in Tenney Park, which concerned the lifeguards because they felt she was too young to swim out there. Progressing from fun swims with her mother, Jackie successfully competed in city recreation meets at B.B. Clark Beach. In the new pool at East High School, she swam backstroke and freestyle for the infrequent girls' meets. Mary Richter, a physical education teacher, introduced Jackie to the synchronized swim club that performed spring water ballet shows. Her early skating began on figure skates, but occasionally Jackie would go with her mother to the Vilas Park speed skating races for some of her earliest competitions. She would beat speed skating girls on her figure skates, but didn't tell her friends about her accomplishments. However, her Sherman School 6th grade teacher, Mr. Hutchinson, had read the results in the newspaper. In class, he put a crown on her desk, and her secret was revealed. Jackie began to focus on figure skating, taking instruction through the Madison Figure Skating Club at Truax Field. Her mother was a founding member of the organization. Jackie successfully achieved national figure skating and ice dancing competition standards, won local skating competitions, and received her National Figure Skating Association instructor certification. As a professional instructor while in high school, she exchanged teaching lessons at Hartmeyer Ice Rink for the payment of her own private lessons. Her skating gave her exposure to the world of elite athletes, because every year Jackie and her mother would go to the Wagon Wheel in Rockford, Illinois, to watch future bronze medalist Janet Lin train with her Russian coach. In a school assembly, she heard East High graduate, Olympic sailing gold medalist, and Hall of Fame inductee Peter Barrett talking about his experiences. She remembers thinking that ordinary Madison people who worked hard at what they loved could be Olympians. Skating competition developed her great core strength, balance, and an understanding of body position and mechanics that are qualities necessary to become an elite athlete. The path to her Olympic rowing career was not immediate, but it was relatively quick. From her introduction to crew to becoming a United States national team member was less than 9 months. Jackie's interest in crew innocently began with an East Side friend's invitation to watch him row for the UW8 crew on the Yahara River during spring break. The grace and power of boats and competitors impressed her. The following year, her favorite cousin decided to join the rowing team. These two young men gave the sport instant credibility with Jackie. Several years later, in October 1974, as a UW junior, she had a fortuitous meeting on the Lakeshore Path with some volleyball players who were running with the crew team as part of their off-season training. Jackie joined them as a walk-on, and her rowing career began. Although rowing looked easy, she could not immediately turn the oar properly. Coach Jay Mimier believed that he could teach her to row by the time she graduated in 2 years. Training was rigorous. Varsity crew member, Hall of Fame inductee Sue Ela, invited Jackie to join the group on a short jog in preparation for the 9-mile winter training runs. Her initial water experiences gave Jackie, like many novices, bloody knees from fingernails gouging her legs and blisters so extensive that she wrapped her hands like a boxer for months. Her introduction to what the real sport was, however, did not frighten her away. In the beginning, Jackie was assigned one of the 3 power seats in the boat, but Mimier switched her to the leadership stroke position. With hard work and perseverance in her first year of rowing, Jackie was part of the eights crew that won the 1975 Novice Eastern Sprints Championship. A month later, she was elevated to the varsity 8 boat that won the Eastern Championship. Competing in the Women's Rowing Association National Championships, the UW team won consecutive titles against other collegiate, club, and international boats. When several teammates tried out for the National Olympic Selection Camp, Jackie, who during practice was competitive with these teammates in seat races and ergometer scores, decided to participate to see what the process was like. Jackie was selected for the U.S. team by the legendary Harvard coach Harry Parker, who remained a friend and mentor until his death. As a spare, she had to row for the team in the practices and time qualifications prior to the World Championships, but was replaced for the actual championships. Jackie was more determined to train harder for the next year. She achieved her goal and became the stroke for the bronze medal-winning Women's 8 in the 1976 Montreal Olympics. Jackie and her teammates were in the first Olympic rowing competition for women and won the first medal for U.S. women in the history of international rowing. After another year on the national team, work commitments and a ruptured disc ended her rowing career until 1997. Watching the 1996 Atlanta Olympics, Jackie had her competitive fire rekindled and began rowing with friends in national and international regattas in many sculling and sweep rowing events. After the 2006 Head of the Charles Regatta, knee surgery and work travel again slowed her rowing career. As an athlete, Jackie greatly benefited from her rowing experiences and now is giving back to that community. While living in Boston, she joined the Cambridge Boat Club, a member for 37 years, and volunteered for the nation's premier regatta, the Head of the Charles River. For 10 years, she served on the board of directors for the race that draws thousands of competitors and 250,000 spectators every year. As sales director, Jackie greatly increased sales volume in order to offset expenses for this historic event. Birmingham, Alabama community rowing took an immediate upswing when Jackie, as the principal organizer, started the Lake Purdy Rowing Association in 2013. In her leadership role, she obtained used shells, oars, and ergometers to start the group. Drawing on her expertise, she instructs, trains, and coaches youth and master rowers. In 2 years of competition, her master and junior crews have fared very well in state and regional races. Jackie feels greatly honored to join this prestigious community of athletes, coaches, and sports legends, and views this as the highlight of her sports career and life. She especially wants to thank the Madison Sports Hall of Fame Club for her selection as an inductee. The Madison Sports Hall of Fame Club and Strand Associates Incorporated welcome Jacqueline J. Zoch into the class of 2015.